Tonight from President Trump, a stiff punishment, new sanctions for Russia's poisoning of an ex-spy and his daughter in Britain last March. Following fierce criticism of the president's embrace of Vladimir Putin in Helsinki and his relentless attacks on what he's branded
the Russian witch hunt.
The decision could fortify President Trump's argument that his administration has cracked down on Moscow.
I have been far tougher on Russia than any president in many, many years. Maybe ever.
The new sanctions likely to cut off hundreds of millions of dollars in exports of sensitive national security equipment to Russia, according to a senior State Department official. A second, more painful wave could ground Russia's national airline from entering the U.S. if the Kremlin doesn't demonstrate it won't use chemical weapons again and refuses on-site inspections by the UN. Conditions unlikely to be met. Russia has denied any involvement in the UK poisonings. The president facing political pressure, some from top Republicans, to unleash the penalties after blowing past a congressional deadline to take action. All of it coming as Mr. Trump's lawyers today formally rejected Special Counsel Robert Mueller's latest proposal for a presidential interview, pushing for a narrower range of questions in the Russia investigation. Rudy Giuliani telling NBC News there's room to negotiate, while calling for the inquiry to end.
We do not want to run into the November elections. So you back up from that. This should be over with by September 1st.
Rudy Giuliani tells NBC News that his position remains that questioning the president about possible obstruction of justice is off limits. Among the questions now, is Robert Mueller open to more negotiations, or will he subpoena President Trump?
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.